6 years later, I am finally doing it. I am finally talking about my absolute favorite Survivor winners. I don't know why I haven't made this ranking sooner. It's easily one of the most requested video topics I get. Well, yeah, here we go. It's gonna be subjective. We've all got different tastes, but these are my strange calls. Internet, my name is Peridiam, and before I get to talking about these winners, I want to know who your favorite Survivor winners are and why. Doesn't have to be the most strategic, doesn't have to be the biggest characters, just who are your favorites for whatever reason tickles your fancy? Do you like Tony because he speaks llama and you know llama? Or Sandra because she's the queen? Or Chip Underwood for getting the most votes? Hey, it's a reason. Either way, these are my current top 10, subject to change. Number 10. Self-ascribed weirdos of the world rejoice because we're not going too far back for this first winner, as I am talking about Marianne from season 42. Say what you want about Modern Survivor, but you can't deny it has had an eclectic cast of champions. Marianne straight away captured a certain magic I look for in a contestant. She's a super fan, but that's not her defining trait. She's larger than life, she's excited as all get out. She just doesn't stop ever in any episode at all, except for when she does. And it's intentional when she does, because she's playing her emotions up to get people to overlook her. Like some of the under the radar winners in the history of the show, Marianne played with intentionality, but we didn't get to see all of it. And she also had a ton of exuberance and was never missed, yet constantly overlooked. She found an idol that she kept to herself and only ever revealed at the last second, using it perfectly to nail home why she deserved to earn the jury's respect. The Mad Lass, I love how she just pulls an ace out of her sleeve. But she also used her extra vote in one of the most exciting moments in recent Survivor history, the final 6 Omer vote that she orchestrated a 3-2-2 vote split against the mastermind of the season. But more than that, she's got a big heart, she cares a lot about the show, she's talked for record-setting length in the postseason when that was possible about her experience, and I'm always eager to hear what she has to say.
You did it. I did.
13th person voted out and the 6th member of our jury.
I kept the only secret in this game. I actually, after your vote, Tori, had the merch idol. I can show it to you right now. And I told no one about it.
And I want to be like, hey, I'm here. I'm weird. You can be weird too, and you can win, and you can succeed, and you don't have to change anything about yourself.
The winner of Survivor 42, Marianne.
Number 9. Hermit crab in my foot, dude. Channeling his inner Greg Buis from season 21, Nicaragua. I have Fabio at number 9. Another under the radar winner with a ton of character, almost like there's gonna be a trend in my top 10. I adore Fabio. Similar to Marianne, his larger than life presence, his goofy demeanor, his irreverence for the game, yet still intentionally playing the game beneath the surface. Fabio is underestimated, and that did end the opposition at the end when they voted out Benry over him, and then he has one of my personal favorite endings to any season. He beasts his way to the final 3 against the odds and narrowly wins in a close 5-4 vote. Along the way, he gets his socks stolen, has smoke blown in his face, pees in the kiddie pool, and becomes a massive fan of chess grand champion Guillermo Villa. He talks about playing dumb to appease the majority, and while I don't think he plays a strong game when I look deeper into his moves and his positioning, I also don't really mind that much. Fabio is unique, he's funny, he makes me laugh, and that's one of the quickest ways to earn my favor. He's just vibing out there and somehow wins $1 million along the way, and if nothing else, I'm just happy to get the chance to watch that happen.
Fabio, you look like you're holding it in.
Yeah, man, I feel great right now. My whole strategy to be out in the open and kind of make people laugh and be all crazy. I call it being cool. Dude, I don't care what they told me. I'm gonna win for $1 million. So I guess my nickname's Fabio. I know, dude, I hate playing stupid so much, but it's like the smartest thing to do right now.
The winner of Survivor, Nicaragua.
Number 8. And now we're talking about massive recency bias as if Marianne wasn't enough. But whatever, this is gonna be an opinion of mine that probably doesn't change for the foreseeable future. It may be early, but my 8th favorite winner is from season 44, it is Jam Jam. From Tika Tribe? One of the Three Stooges, the Tika 3, the JT to Carolyn Steven, or something, much like Fabio and Marianne, Jam Jam is so full of life and he loves to laugh, and I hardcore root for a king from Condado. As someone who's had relatives in in the area and has been down those streets and probably walked past Jam Jam's salon plenty times, Jam Jam is a personal pick that I was so happy to see win. Although I was also hardcore rooting for Carolyn, which means 44 has two of my favorite finalists in the history of the show. But from his early days with his fire-making prowess, to his shenanigans with Carolyn on Tika, to Josh showing up and the fake idol of it all, it just fell apart. Come on, Josh, you gotta do better than that. He gets into hot water at the merge and vows to take out every person who wrote his name down before the end of the season. Like a combination of James Bond and Arya Stark, he's got a license to kill and he sticks them with the pointy end until no names are left on his list. And I am shooketh, not stirred. It is a great story that's fleshed out from start to finish, and more winners need that for them. He plays the middle well, it's a strong winning game, and more than anything else, he captured my attention every time he got a confessional. I don't know if there's higher marks than that, but as far as good TV goes, put Jam Jam on every season and we're in good company.
I'm so excited, I can't wait to see Jam. I can't wait to not eat. Not shower, not brush my teeth. Poop in the ocean, bring it! I'm a little James Bond, you know? 000, what is it? 007? You put Jam Jam's thing down and you think you can get away with it. That's not happening, you know? I'm winning this $1 million. I have everything else done. I outwitted people, I outlasted people. My words are my weapons. I'm gonna use them to my advantage.
Every move that he made along the way was intentional. It was all deliberate. He put himself in a position where he had the option to decide what he wanted to do, and he took advantage of it.
The winner of Survivor 44, Jam Jam.
Number 7. Cool as a cucumber, who was just cast to play Survivor. Give it up for the king of Fiji himself. It's the man, the myth, the Mango Magic legend. It is Earl Cole. Because if you haven't watched my behind the scenes video about his night trek in the Fijian jungle, you should. I am a big fan of Earl, always have been, always will be. I am crushed that he didn't get to play on Winners at War, even though it was understandable. Earl was cast to play Survivor right before the season was to begin, way back in Fiji in season 14. He flew out and then won the whole damn season. And he made it look so easy. Like a hot knife through butter. He was in control every step of the way, and he always had this pleasant demeanor about him. He was just chillin' until day 39. He linked up with Yao-Man early on, had his syndicate alliance with Cassandra and Dreams and Michelle, he roped in Boo and Stacy, and voila, he was poised to be the hero against the dastardly Four Horsemen, who were just super cocky and ready for a downfall. Earl has one of my favorite reactions to any vote out ever when Edgardo is sniped. That's the smirk of a king. And other than a random stray vote early on in the pre-merge, he sweeps the jury 9-0 and pretty much plays the first ever perfect game in the history of the show. If I ever got the chance to play, I would want to play like this man. And I gotta say again, his relationship with Yao-Man made for such a fun, dynamic duo who just finessed the cast top to bottom. Them hatching a scheme to secure the idol when nobody was looking, or how Earl helped Yao make his first ever successful idol play against Stacy, and then he tragically has to cut Yao for the benefit of his own game. It's poetic, it's Survivor, we've been in Fiji now for over 10 seasons, but Earl did it first, and he arguably did it best, and I hope to one day see him play again.
I'm the king of Fiji, of an unnamed island.
They're all about the team. Who has all the power? That would be me. I'm pretty proud of myself for making it this far. This is one of the highest peaks of my life because I've challenged myself so much in this game, and I made it all the way through just as planned. The experience of a lifetime. I played a pretty intelligent game, very smart. And, you know, I don't want the sympathy vote or underdog vote. I want the respect vote.
The winner of Survivor Fiji.
Number 6. And this was a struggle, let me tell ya, because I have flipped a good amount with my top 10, and we're now getting to a point where I could see number 6 being in like my top 3. It's that close. But I'm settling right here, and so at number 6, I have the winner of season 13 Cook Islands, it's Yul Kwan. Yul! It's Yul, the UN of Survivor. I have got a massive soft spot for him, as when I first got into the show, I went back and rewatched the first 17 seasons, and Yul always stood out to me as one of my favorite players and winners. I absolutely love his cool, calm, and collected demeanor, his ability to just diffuse situations, to play peacekeeper, to basically be the anti-drama machine, which is often not what I advocate for, but as a human being, Yul is where it's at. And while I've got a bit more of a chaotic streak in me today, call it getting stir crazy, I still try to channel my inner Yul when I want to be my best self. Yul helms one of the best come-from-behind winner stories of all time. His I-2-4 alliance is one for the history books. He easily finds the idol early in the season, he hides it from prying eyes until exactly the right time where he flips Penner at the merge. It was at this point that I realized that the best players know how to use information resourcefully, and Yul used that for all it's worth. He was also no slouch in challenges, he just happened to be up against the best of the best in Aussie, Dolphin Boy, and he had a fantastic duo relationship with Becky that carried them both to the final three. He was a titan of the middle school winners of the show, and I've always held him in high regard. And then when he came back for Winners at War, I fell back in love all over again, and I was never more depressed than when he randomly got picked off right before the merge. And if you think about it, if the Edge of Extinction didn't exist that season, he would have made the merge. And it sounds like he could have made a pretty deep run based on what I've heard. All the more reason to detest that twist. He advocated and fought and brought awareness to Penner's wife Stacy and her illness, and yeah, Yul's in my top 10.
I would say collectively the four of us, Aitutaki 4, are in control of the game. To the extent I have the idol, I have a lot of influence within that.
He's the puppet master, and we're all puppets in his little play.
I'm gonna kind of put you in my light of Godfather. You played it like the big gangster boss. You're very intelligent. You kind of sat back, and you played the game completely smart.
The fact that I was able to start this whole adventure with Becky on day one, the fact that I'm able to finish it with her, you know, it's gotta be a dream, right? I tried to play the game with as much integrity as I could. I know that I failed in a lot of respects, but, you know, hopefully people won't hold it against me that I beat them.
The winner of Survivor Cook Islands.
He probably should be in my top 5, but that's for another day, because I'm stopping here for now. This is a big video topic, and I need a minute, so I am cutting it in half, and we're getting to the rest of my top 10, call it the top 5, daring I know, in the next video. Who's gonna make the cut? Stick around and find out. Until then, let me know more about your top 10 favorite winners and why they're there. Maybe just give me like the first 5, and then we'll save the last 5 for the next one. A big thank you to my patrons for all your support. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to thoroughly explain, seriously, why Chris Underwood is in your top 5 on your way out. And I'll see you in the next one. Once I fix this typo, I think I just manifested Chris being in my top 5.
In 3 days, my game was better than 2 other players who had 39 days to do the same thing. I know that I did everything I possibly could to make it here. I feel like I'm at a high stakes poker table. I might have to be just flat out daring. All bets are off. It's for $1 million, man.
The winner of Survivor, Edge of Extinction.